Alright, here we are. We got the fan motor down. Idiot that I am, I was on removing the bolts and the motor fell and scratched and dented the housing. Stupid. So anyway, be careful of that. I thought the weight of it would hold it in, but it was a little front heavy. So, be careful! Alright, so we're going to pull this apart. Usually these come apart pretty easily. I cleaned the front of the shaft so that this comes apart no problem. We'll see. Alright, this might require a little tap, tap, tap. Let's see what we do. Ah, there we go. Helped a little bit. The rear is coming off. It's taking the rotor with it. Would really rather the front came off. Let's see if we can make that happen. There we go. Okay, so the front's going to slide off. Nice and easy. There we go. And here's our stator. Looks pretty clean. See if the rotor will pop out. Little vacuum in there. Here's our rotor. Looks pretty good. So we're going to take care to clean that and not lose any washers. I think the outside plastic washer is still in there, so we'll take that out and we'll clean it up a little bit. Here's what we've got for washers. Here's our rotor. There's your stator. We'll oil it up real nice and get it all cleaned out. So that's the plan for this. I'm not going to show all of that process, but what I like to do is I like to take a little rubbing alcohol, the 99% stuff, with as little water in it as possible. Sorry for the noise, they're painting a house over there. Just to clean off any old oil. I do the same in the bearings, making sure to let it dry fully, and then I put oil inside here. That's where the felt itself is, and so I impregnate it with oil quite a bit before it all goes back together. And then when I do put it back together, I put oil here, and I oil in there. Just make sure it's all oiled up, ready to go when we put it together. I'm going to clean these off as best as I can a little bit right now. Alright, getting this together. The rotor's all cleaned up. I'm not going to do any emery cloth or anything because the bearing edges look nice on the shaft here. But what I'm noticing is that this outside, we have a large tan washer, and then the cloth washer, and then the black washer. And on this side, that thin black washer is warped. See that? Comes in and out, in and out. So that might make a sound. We're going to have to see when we run this, once we've got it back together. That might have to go on the back. I'm not sure. We're going to have to wait and see. But that is a potential source of noise in the motor. We'll see what happens with it. But otherwise, this is ready to go back in. Alright, now a lot of you guys, folks, are doing this already. But if you've never seen this done, this is what I'm talking about. Inside here is where the felt reservoir is. And when you oil the fan, that's where the oil is going. So before we put it all back together and all that stuff, we're going to oil inside here. The other thing I want to do is I want to clean the inside of the bearing surface, right there, so that we don't leave any old oil in there. And this is pretty clean. We're not getting any bad stuff. This motor seems to be in pretty good shape. So that's what we're going to do with that. That's all we're going to do. We're going to let that dry up for a second, and then we're going to put oil in there. Alright, now we're not worried right now about the bearing itself, right? Right now we're not putting the motor back together just yet. What we're trying to do is we want to get oil in the reservoir itself. And so I'm going to drop oil in and turn it as I go. Well, the zoom spout. You know, I have a love-hate relationship with these friggin' zoom spouts. So it's in there. We're going to let it soak in. Hopefully it does. Because whatever oil doesn't soak in is just going to come out. So I want to give it a chance to kind of soak, see if it will. I think that the stuff that's in there is just like a sprayed foam sort of stuff. It's not like a wick in the traditional sense, where meaning like a piece of rope. So I don't know if you can clean that out of there and put a new wick in. I really don't think you can. And these Lakewoods are everywhere. There's still a lot of them around. Sorry about the truck in the background. But there's still a lot of Lakewoods around, so you could always just find another fan, a donor fan, and then, leave it, Where's up? So this is up right here. And we're hoping that oil continues to seep in. As you can see, it's still up there a little bit. So we're going to keep running it around and hoping that it soaks into where we want it to soak into, and then we'll do the other side. So there you go.